Okay, so I just want to get this over and done with because I also took notes on Shadow of Eminence, or the Eminence in the Shadow, that one anime, which is, what do you call those animes where there's one hero guy and then like a bunch of women surrounding him, like this harem type of anime? Maybe that's what it's called. So, okay, thanks, Tika. Thanks for that. Anyways, his name in the beginning is Sid, and he wanted to grow as strong as possible, but he realized that he has limits being a human and all, and he wouldn't stand a chance against the nuclear bomb, for example. So he helped this actress in his class from like these evil doers that kidnapped her, I think. And yeah, he doesn't even remember her name. And gets it. Okay, maybe I should read it out. Anyways, so he even forgot her name, but saves her and then remembers her name somehow. And he doesn't even want praise. Eventually, he dies, and and he wakes up in this new reality world and still remembers his old life, right? He forms this group called Shadow Garden with fighter elves and makes up a cult that seeks to destroy them. And it kind of gets out of hand because then they are venturing out on their own because they heard that this cult is, you know, I don't know, getting more dangerous and more power. Yeah, and he also, in this new reality, lives a double life. He wants to remain unknown and wants to come off as an average guy, a loser, and hides his true powers. I remember he also had a sister that was a strong fighter, stronger than him apparently, because that's what that he only let them on. He never fully exposed his true potential. And yeah, once he gets to this school, he helps this princess called Aurelia, who lived in her sister's shadow and had an average fighting style, which she hated, but Sid, that's Shadow's name, he admired it. And that kind of gave her encouragement to continue and love her way of fighting. Then he helps this smart pink-haired girl who continues her deceased mother's research. And she was adopted by her mom's killer, but doesn't even know it. I forgot what was the moral of that story. Maybe don't trust the people that are closest to you. I don't know. So the bishop, I think he also doesn't tell her not to, completely shatter her worldview of her adoptive father. Yeah, that was very kind of him, but I don't know. Was that even a good thing to do? So the bishop was a fake and was a scientist trying to get this elixir for immortality. The holy city and the religion are a facade to distract from the cult's true intentions, from this churchy cult. Anyways, and then there's this witch. She's actually the queen or something. I forgot. See, I didn't take this too seriously because I wasn't too intrigued by this anime, if I'm being really honest. I didn't take out too much from it, but I still took notes. And she was a crybaby, and she slapped herself, I guess, to stop herself from crying. Aurora was the witch's name, I think. Not sure. Anyways, they enter also this town of vampires, and Shadow at the end meets Yukime. He takes on the identity of John Smith and messes with the Makuboshi shopping mall and the bank business, even hiding his plans from Shadow Garden, his own group. And Alpha, who was the first elf that he rescued was part of Shadow Garden, is upset because she finds out that John Smith is actually Shadow and thinks Shadow doesn't need her anymore. Later realizes his plan was actually to weaken the competitor Getan, who is Yukime's arch nemesis for having killed her mother. He was actually also her former fiance. And later he dies at her hands or shadows. I don't think I was quite sure about it. Anyway, so he says actually that he already lost his most precious possession, and he was referring to Yukime, his fiance, and that made me cry. That was kind of sweet. Okay. But yeah, he realized that he went about it the wrong way. And then I just wrote but because I didn't even finish my thought. I was like maybe too bored of this anime. I don't know. But I guess I would have said that doesn't excuse his behavior and what troubles he has caused for her, and the way he handled things with like killing her mother, and even though he did it for the sake of like protecting Yukime from, I forgot how, but yeah. So that's all I've got for that, and I'm glad I'm gonna keep this one short, because I don't know, maybe if there's like more on it, I would love to hear about it, but like maybe I missed something, the depths of it, or maybe it was just too political for me. Like, I'm not too into politics, but I guess it is important to know about. So yeah, any knowledge on that is very welcomed, and I love to learn. Okay, then bye. Okay, and just for the fun of it, yep, that was fun. I wish I could do like a handstand or something, or get into a straddle. Yeah, never mind. Oh wait, that was wrong. So I was supposed to go like this, right? Yeah. Okay, that's it.